I'm a big fan of creating like little habits that build into like, we want to get to the 6-month forecast. We want to get the 12-month forecast. But if you're not doing that, you need to kind of get your mind around the process of just looking at the ins and outs.
So this year, Plooto released a guide to helping SMBs control their cash flow, which references a recent poll of small business owners from American Express Canada that found that many were experiencing challenges due to cash flow issues. What are some practical ways businesses can really understand and stay in control of their cash flow?
The number one way is to have some sort of cash flow forecast that you are looking at and updating if you're having cash flow management issues, and you want to be looking at this once a week. And it doesn't have to be, there's like the traditional cash flow report that you'll get from your bookkeeping system. I'm talking like, can be like, a quick and dirty, how much money is in my bank account? What's coming out this month, this week? What's going in this week? And then what's going to be left over? Money out, money in, what's left? And staying on that pulse weekly is going to make a huge difference for you. If you're experiencing these cash flow issues, then of course, looking at it on a monthly basis and then looking at it on a 6-month basis. But really getting into the habit of even looking at that is going to help you to say, oh my gosh, in 4 months, we are going to have a cash flow issue. So what can we do today to prepare for that?
When you look at a statement of cash flows for the first time, it's intimidating. There's a lot of information there, like you said earlier, a lot of jargon that you might not be familiar with. But if you're able to just write down the inflows, outflows, and your bank balance on a weekly basis, I'm sure that probably puts you, way above your average SMB owner in terms of understanding their cash position and what they can do to improve it.
I'm a big fan of creating like little habits that build into like, we want to get to the 6-month forecast. We want to get the 12-month forecast. But if you're not doing that, you need to kind of get your mind around the process of just looking at the ins and outs. And so sitting down and saying that today's the day we're doing 6 months is like not realistic, I think, in terms of the learning curve and getting yourself into the habit. So there's also a bit of habit building and learning that goes into that as well.